unfortunately, I lived most of my life here. I lived all my life here. So I have had all my experiences in Malta. I have always been a lover of travel, so I've traveled quite a bit. I've done volunteering work abroad as well. My first experience before becoming a counsellor was working in tourism. So being in Malta, there's a disadvantage because you feel very, very constrained here. I'm sure that you've met Maltese people. So, so most of us have this urge or this instinct to want to go out, you know, and this has been my interest all my life, curiosity of other cultures, you know, meeting new people. So my experience with working with migrants has been on and off for the past few years. I had an experience with UNHCR, and I had done my placement with Médecins Sans Frontières, so I was doing my psychological experience with the migrants there. I'm sure I did more stuff, but I can't even remember. So when I applied to be with migrant women, I mean, it was out of my interest. I was not really looking for a job, but when I saw it, I just said, this is something I would love to do, so I want to go for it. And it's a challenge, you know. Working with WAM, I think, is giving me, first of all, doing something I love. And secondly, because of my profession, I am really learning, because I work, obviously as a psychologist, I work with people of my culture, you know. So transferring this knowledge and these skills to working with migrant women has impacted me. And I was talking about how it's teaching me also how to transfer the skills and to use them differently in different contexts. For example, this week there was a setting of international women, different languages, different cultures, you know, and it's very difficult to be able to find the right language or the right tools. How are you going to get to? I can't. I have to throw all my knowledge or my skills out of the window and work with the present and try and understand. At the same time, you have a combination of a variety, you know. So you have to try and understand all the cultures at the one time, and what do they need? The questions on the back is what they need right now. What can I give them right now, you know? So I keep putting myself back to basics. So I think I'm getting a lot of experience working with different cultures. So I thank MWAM for having given me this opportunity. It's been since September, I think.
Yes.
Yes, it feels
and
longer.
I still would like to continue.
No,
Please, delete my
what does International Women's Day mean to you? I think when I think of International Women's Day, I always say, why do we have to have one? You know, so this is my question. But I think what it brings me is to I feel a lot of gratitude for all the women who have come before us and have fought all the battles, because women in the past have had it even worse, you know, and the key, I think, for being able to move forward was their coming together and their courage, you know, and it hasn't been easy. So I think we still need to celebrate it. It brings me a feeling of sadness as well, because women around the world have very different realities. The people in the Western world and people who are in the EU have certain advantages, and there are still a lot of women around the world who are very far away from being where we are today. So it's a bit of a mixture of feeling. It's gratitude and sadness. What does it mean to feel empowered as a woman? I think empowerment is the key, you know, the key to life, to being free, to being able to grow, and again, once you are born in a particular country and have certain privileges, empowerment is a bit easier, you know. But when you have a lot of restrictions, you need much more help to be able to become empowered. And I think empowerment is the key to everything. Empowerment is the key to bringing up children. This is what we do when we're parents, you know, this is what we do when we educate children. So I think empowerment is the most important thing that we should be giving to others, you know, and trying to see how we can. And sometimes it can be something very simple, because just being like this and just talking can be empowering, you know. So it doesn't have to be anything big or anything, you know, grand that we need to think about. Like cooking together was empowering, wasn't it? Yes. How can we work to empower other women? together. I think many of those who spoke before me have mentioned, you know, the thing of working together. I think empowerment is something that is that we can spread, you know, that we can give by example. It's an energy, as you have mentioned, I think. So I'm just working together, just being together, thinking of others, and women can be very empowering for other women. Like I mentioned, the women in the past who have fought the battles to bring the votes and to bring the rights, they were empowered with each other, you know. And in this context, you know, it's not only women empowering people of their own, you know, the women empowering people of around the world. You know, and just today, just us being here, is already a sign of that. It's very empowering to have women from all parts of the world. I think we're from different countries, all different countries. So I mean, it's extremely empowering, you know. And as I said before, let me be a bit patriotic. I am very proud that it's happening in Malta. I don't work for the government, I don't work for the minister, but as a Maltese woman, I am very happy, you know, because Malta is just a dot. When you see the globe, you don't even see it. You know, and to be able to do something like this here is very empowering.